When I first started my journey into M&A, I thought it was all about numbers, revenues, multiples, structures, and all that. And don't get me wrong, those things matter. In fact, they matter a lot. But almost a year in now, here's the truth that I've learned. Buying a business is less about the numbers and more about the people. If you don't understand the human side to buying a business, that is the rapport with the seller, the respect for the staffs, the emotions tied to someone else's life work, you won't close the deal. Or if you do, it will be messy, extremely messy. So in this video, I want to break down the human side of buying a business. Why rapport with the seller can make or break your deal, why respect matters more than you think, and what I've personally learned from my own conversations with sellers and other stakeholders. When I started, M&A, I expected M&A to be like trading stocks. You find a good multiple, you negotiate, you close, done deal. But the reality is different. Every seller I've spoken to care about more than just money. They care about their staff, they care about their reputation, their legacy, they care about what they've built. One owner specifically told me, "This is my baby." In fact, I've heard it countless times, not just one owner. "This is my baby. I've worked on it for 20, 30, 40 years, and I can't just hand it to anyone." And that's when it clicked. I'm not just negotiating numbers. I'm negotiating trust as well. Now, let's talk about rapport with sellers. Rapport closes deal. In fact, the current deal that I've gotten due diligence right now, I got it there due to my rapport with the seller. I've seen it countless times. Two buyers can put exact same offers on the table. The seller will pick the one they like more. Why? Because selling a business is more emotional for the buyer than it is for the seller. It is handing over a legacy. If they don't feel like you take care of it or you protect their legacy, they will rather walk away. Here's what builds rapport. Listening more than you talk. Let them express their feeling. Let them express themselves. Secondly, asking about their journey and not just about the numbers. It shows them that you actually care. Third, being upfront and not bullshitting. Fourth, showing respect for what they've built. Oh, this is important. You need to demonstrate that you respect what they've built because this is their life's work. This is what they dreamed of 20 years ago. And, this is what they've been working on. And sometimes some of them, their staff has become like a family to them. So they are fighting not just for their own interest, for the staff's interest as well. Let me give you an example. In fact, this is a real life example. This happened to me. We had a seller, after we've agreed the deal, after we've agreed the principles of the deal, we've agreed the terms, everything is in place. So we sent over the heads of terms or the LOI. The LOI stands for the letter of intent. That is a non-binding contract that after you've agreed a particular, a deal in principle, you send it to them, they sign it. It just, it shows that you guys are on the same page. I sent the LOI. It took a while for the seller to respond. Then I was wondering, we've already agreed everything. Everything is in place. What is going on? What's the delay? So without wasting much of my time, I said, you know what? Let's meet face to face. I put a call through to the seller. I said, I'll come to your office. Let's sit down and talk this through. So I went to his office, we sat down and we had a full 3-hour discussion. And at the end of the discussion, the seller said, "Why haven't we done this sooner?" So going forward, we should always, anytime you need anything, just put a call through. Let's sort it. Let's not go through the broker. Let's not go through anybody. Let's just talk it out. That is the power of rapport. Within 24 hours after that conversation, we got the LOI signed. We got every important document that we need for due diligence, and we started the due diligence without any delay. That, again, is the importance of rapport. And on the flip side, I've also had calls where I pushed numbers too hard and too fast, and trust broke. The deal went cold and everything went south. So, trust, you need to build trust first, then the structure can come second. It is very, very important. You need that element of trust before you can talk about structure. The next one is respecting their legacy. Now, this is another big lesson. Sellers want to know that their staffs will be okay. Think about it. If you've built a company for 20, 30 years, some of those staffs have been with you on the journey for more than 15 years. Those staffs are like family to you. They've been there through ups and downs with you. The last thing you want is to sell to someone who will, slash and burn the entire thing. So when I speak to sellers now, I don't just talk about finance. I talk about continuity. I'll talk about how I'll respect what they've built. This isn't just strategy. It's leverage. If you can give the seller a peace of mind about their people, their legacy, you often get better terms. Respect pays. And don't just say this because you want to get a better term. Actually follow through. You have to actually respect what they've built. Trust me, if you change stuff immediately, you'll break the entire process. So again, respect what they've built. Staffs and culture. This is another point. Now, it's not just the seller. When the deal is done, you walk into a team, an already existing team. I've seen it in care homes. I've seen it in agencies. If staffs feel disrespected, they leave. And when they leave, you lose value. That's why the human sides continue even after the deal. It is important to meet the team early, understand the culture. Don't change anything yet. As time goes on, you find ways to either improve the culture, insert your own input into the system. But first, you need to take your time and understand it. The next point is be visible. Don't act like the new boss who knows it all. And this is one thing that I've seen as well. People think because you've bought a business now, you're now a boss. No, your first few months, your first few weeks of buying a business, you're not a boss. You're learning. You're learning the company culture. You're learning how the team works. You're learning the team dynamics. Don't act like a boss that knows everything. Okay? Listen to the people on ground. Let them tell you, let them teach you how they work. That way, you learn how you too can make your change, from which angle you want to bring it and how you can bring it successfully and, importantly, sustainably. Because culture beats number for breakfast. And if you can't win the culture, you can't win the business. Again, almost a year in, my first takeaway is be truthful. Sellers smells bullshit instantly. So don't even try to be anything you are not. Be straightforward and be truthful. Respect matters. You're not just buying numbers. You're buying people's lives. You're buying the seller's livelihood, what they've worked their entire life to build. You're buying it. You're buying the staff's livelihood. That is where they make money to feed their family. So you need to respect it. Rapport is a currency. A seller who trusts you will accept structures. They'll never accept from someone else they don't trust. And rapport is the only way you can build that relationship and trust. Patience. Patience is key. In this game, patience is key. Rushing will do nothing but break trust. 5. This is not for everybody. If you don't genuinely care about people, you struggle, because in this game, you need to show empathy. You need to genuinely care. If you don't care about that business, if you don't care about the seller, if you don't care about the staff or what they've built, you struggle. So the human side isn't soft. It's strategic. It's the difference between deals that close and deals that collapse. And I've experienced this myself firsthand. So that's the human side to buying a business. The more conversation I've had, the more I've realized spreadsheets don't close deals. People do. And if you're on this journey, never forget, respect the seller, respect the staff, build rapport, be truthful and straightforward. Do all of that, and not only will you win deals, you sleep better, knowing fully well that you've done what you're supposed to do and you've done it the right way. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this. And if this hits home for you, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you've learned. If you have any question, drop it there as well. Till next time, my friend, take it easy.